hope it's working. I think it's bleeping. Okay, we're good. Okay, so let me get reorganized. So, have you ever heard of the 6+ traits of writing?
No.
Okay, that's okay. I had heard of it before this class, but I had sort of forgotten what it was really about. But what it is, it's like the components of a good piece of writing. So like what makes some really good writing.
Okay.
So there are the 6 things, and it's ideas. So that is, you can't have a good story unless you have a good idea, right?
Okay.
Like think of one of your favorite stories.
My favorite stories? I don't know. Well, I have a story from I have a story in Spanish.
Oh yeah. Okay, so what's it about?
It's basic. We got it from the library. It's over there, I think.
Okay.
Or I don't
You
know.
can just describe it to me. That's okay.
It's just it's like the Spanish Hansel and Gretel.
Okay. So
And
like
it's a little different.
oh, interesting. So like the idea or the story
But it's
idea.
not called the same thing.
Is it still 2 kids and they
Yeah.
They, like, go to a
basically
house?
the same thing,
Uh-huh.
but it has a different name.
Okay, so like that's a really good idea. It's such a good idea that it has to be in like every culture and language. They have to retell that story of 2 kids going into someone's house and and in the story what happens? Because in like the normal, I don't know, the one I've heard, there's a evil witch and she tries to fatten up Hansel to eat him.
Yeah.
And Gretel saves him.
Yeah.
And then they put the witch in the oven. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that's like a really good idea that it has to be retold in many different things.
Yeah.
So, good stories have good ideas. Good stories have voice. Do you know what voice is? Just a guess.
My voice.
Yeah. So it's
My
like
voice.
how you
So,
talk.
Like if you're telling it to someone.
Yes. But even in writing, you can have voice because the way you write makes it sound like the way you talk. So
you write it how you would say it to someone.
Yes. And so like, you know how when you have handwriting, you can see someone, it's like, oh, that's Vanessa's handwriting, or that's Peter's handwriting. Yeah. So it's sort of like that, but it's in the writing style. So if you're just hearing the words, you're like, oh, that was Eileen's work. Like, Eileen wrote that. So that's voice. Then you have organization, and organization is basically just making it make sense, and you have it in a nice order. So you have the beginning at the beginning, middle at the middle, end at the end.
Yeah, so you just have it in order, because if it's the last.
That would be interesting. But you know, some stories, they actually use those techniques. They start, it's called in media res. So they start in the middle, and then they give you flashbacks and you go back, which is really interesting. And I think that's just a different type of organizing.
In movies, how it shows you what happens, and then it tells you, let's get into the story.
Yes. And it like starts you like right in the action. Yeah, that's really cool. And you can actually write like that too. Some writers like start you back. It's so cool. Anyways, okay. So there's organization. Then you have sentence fluency, and that's just making your sentence flow and they make sense.
Okay.
So it's not like a choppy sentence like, I can have candy, I like candy, do you like candy? So it's like your sentences flow a little, like they flow together and they sound good. Anyways, then we have word choice. What do you think word choice means?
Word choice, like you could choose your words, like.
So why would you want to choose your words carefully? Why would that be important?
It depends on what the story you're writing.
Yeah, you have a good understanding of word choice. So like, let's say I was writing a sad story.
Yeah.
Would I want, like, what type of words would I want
sad
to use?
Words, like,
yeah.
If it was a happy story, it would be joyful, happy words.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. You've got a good understanding of that. And then conventions are important, but they're not my favorite. They're like grammar and spelling and punctuation. Just stuff you have to make it make sense, because sometimes I use my commas poorly and I just like sprinkle them all over and then it doesn't make sense when I'm reading it. So Conventions are important.
Yeah, I have trouble with that, finding where all the stuff goes.
I know. It's important to learn, but there's other important things too. And then the last one, this is the +1, which makes everything fun, is presentation. So it's like how it looks, how you how you make it look. So some of my favorite books are graphic novels. Have you seen a graphic novel?
I don't.
Like comic books.
Oh, comic books. Yes.
Yeah. So it's basically a comic book. And I just really like the way that it shows
like
you.
the comic book Bible.
Yes, like that. So I really like some of those. Or like when they have the really bright covers and then the font that's easy to read, like some font, like the lettering, the way it's written. Let me see if I can show you some of these books. Like sometimes when I read this plain black stuff, it's a little bit boring. But then when I see the blue, it's like, oh my goodness, blue. I want to read that. So that's presentation. So I was thinking tonight I have a game that I want to play, but I want to work on ideas, because if you don't have a good idea, your whole writing is just going to struggle.
Yeah.
Right. Have you ever had that feeling where you're told to write something and it's like your mind just goes blank? Or you always have something to write about?
Well, sometimes I have to write something in my homework,
Mm-hmm.
and then that happens.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? It's because whenever I'm not writing something, I have so many ideas. And then when I write something...
Oh, I know. It's just like everything goes away. So...
Yes.
You know what I actually do? I keep my journal so that whenever I have a good idea, I can write it down. So I have like so many random things in here. And some of them are just like random ideas, but I know if I don't write it down, I'm going to forget it.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. So what I want to work on today is I want to work on ideas and how do we come up with ideas to write about. But also, for ideas, you need... So let's say in your story, like Hansel and Gretel, that you're saying, you have your main idea. So what do you think that the author was trying to tell the readers in that story?
Like what happened and what was going on, what happened in their life.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because that's what they do.
Yep, that's really good. So that's like your main idea.
Yeah.
And then the way I think about ideas is to have your main idea, to like really tell your main idea, you have to have a whole bunch of like little ideas and description and facts to like...
Little details.
Yes, little details. Exactly what I was wanting to say.
My mom told me, like stories have to have little details.
Yes.
Not just that.
Yes. Yeah. Have you ever read a story and at the beginning they tell you something like, the girl had a piece of bread in her pocket, and then you like read the whole story, and then later on she like uses the piece of bread to feed the raven, and the raven is this like super important character, and it's like you didn't think that little detail was important, but it actually has like a lot. So I want to work on ideas and details today.
Okay.
And our game that will help us to work on this is we are going to choose, I have a couple of art books. We are each going to choose an art book. And then we are going to choose a picture in the art book. And we're going to look at it, but we're not going to show each other, okay? We're like, don't show me anything.
Oh.
So look at the picture.
Yeah.
And then think in your head, okay, what is the main idea or the theme of this picture? So for this one, I'd say...
Tree.
Yeah, a tree. And then I look at it and I'm thinking, okay, what are all the details that are telling me, and the details in the description that tell me this is a tree, so that when I give you the book, you're not going to know where it is, you can find it, and I can only give you I can only say it once. So I'm going to tell you my description, but then I can't say anything else. And you have to find it by yourself.
Okay, so
give lots of description when you're describing.
So you look at the picture, you don't show the other person.
No.
You say all that you can remember only once, and then I have to find it.
Yes.
To see if it was being
Yes. So as we're going through, I want you to say like the main idea or the theme of the picture. So for this one, it's a tree. Okay. And then you say all the like little details and description of it.
Oh,
yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll let you choose your book first, and I'm going to do it with you. This one is so funny. It's called Awkward Family Pictures, and it is really weird. I have so many questions about these pictures. Like, what is going on? Do you wanna choose this book to find a picture?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe it would be too obvious.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. Could be. But that's the point. You want to describe it as clearly as possible so that I can find it straight away.
Is it pants?
Oh my god, I do not. I think they are pants.
I think he was trying to be the Easter Bunny.
Oh, I think so.
They didn't have a costume.
That is a happy bunny.
Alright. This is really funny.
It is really funny.
But maybe I'll choose this one because it has more details, like all those little details.
Oh, yep. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Alright, I'm going to decide what I want. Okay, maybe do you want to go to another room so that I don't see it? Like you could just sit in there and then find a picture and then come back. We'll both say when we're ready, and then then we'll do it. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just gonna go.
Okay. Perfect. Oh. Eileen, how you doing?
Good.
Okay, good.
I think I found one.
Okay. I think I found one too. Okay.
Okay, I can.
Are you ready?
All right, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, do you want to describe your picture first?
Okay. Maybe because I forget a lot, so I can do it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So the theme.
Okay, the theme is a big old house.
Ooh.
And I can tell the details.
Okay.
There is an old lady. She's tiny in the picture.
Okay.
She's standing right by the door,
Okay.
like almost getting out.
Uh-huh.
There's a tree behind the house.
Okay.
And the sky's all dark with a red streak across.
Ooh.
Like.
Okay.
And then like.
A red streak across the sky.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
It's cloudy and there's little grass and the house has a humongous roof that's not supposed to be like that.
Okay.
It's all dark. There's maybe some stuff behind it, like trees and other stuff like that. And there's a bunch of windows on the house, and it looks all broken.
Oh, okay. It's like a dilapidated house.
Not really.
Okay.
Like a little broken.
Okay.
And stuff. And
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think the woman was like living at the house, or she's just around?
I think she lives there.
Ooh. Okay. Ooh, I can't wait to find that picture. Okay, I've got it in my mind. All right, so now your picture. The theme is a stormy day on the sea. And it's a picture of a woman, and I think she's on the boat, and you can only see her back. And she's like super dark, but it looks like she's wearing a dress. And she's looking out, and you can see two boats in the distance, and they're surrounded by mist, and you can see water and the waves. And so the woman, you can only see the woman on the boat. You can see her back. And it's hard to tell if it's a boat, but I'm pretty sure it is. But you can see like a roof and a post and a gate and a life preserver that's like a circle.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you ready? All right, on your marks, get set, go.
So whoever finds it first wins.
Oh, it doesn't really matter. Just whoever finds it.
Okay.
Because sometimes this is hard.
Is it this one?
No.
What?
Okay. Oh yeah, and we can say yes or no, but we can't say anything else. We can't give any more description.
There's so many boats.
That's why description is important. Oh, where are all the pictures?
Is it this one?
No, it isn't. I chose a tricky one. Wait, you.
Wait, is it
you
this
said
one?
there was a guy. I think.
It was an old woman.
Okay, don't say anything else.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
say anything else.
I forgot.
It's okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Man,
I
I
think.
missed it out.
No, you didn't.
Is it this one?
No. No. Remember all the things I said.
Yeah. Wait. This one?
Those are cool.
No. Okay.
Ooh, man, these pictures are so interesting. You're right. Nice one. Isn't that really cool? And it's hard to tell, but I think those are boats, right?
Yeah, they are boats. If they're on the water, I think they're boats.
Yeah. Okay. I think I know. I think I know which one it is.
Which one?
Okay. Is it this one?
Yes.
Oh.
The old lady,
Yes.
the house, the trees,
Oh my.
and
This-
the red street.
Yes, I totally could see that. And you told me it was really dark.
Yeah.
Um,
Huge
Yep.
roof.
and it was sort of like, yes, a huge roof that doesn't look normal.
It's sort of broken.
Yep,
and old.
I see that. That was really good. Oh, this makes me think of Hansel and Gretel now.
Yeah.
All right, you gonna do it again?
Yeah.
Let's try one more time. Okay. Which book? I have these other books if you want to do something different.
Okay. Let me see this one.
Honestly, that one doesn't have a lot of colorful stuff.
Ah.
The birds are slightly more colorful, but not
Okay.
really. I have so many art books and I don't know where they all went. I might take these. Did you want to try this one?
I think maybe this one.
Okay, that one again? Okay.
Because there's so many stuff.
There are so many things. It's really good.
So much pictures that you can choose from. They're
Okay.
so funny.
I'm going to choose it from this book. Oh, don't know.
Okay, I think find this one. Yes.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh,
Okay, I think I got mine.
Okay. I am still looking. Oh, this is so odd. This is really weird, but it'll be fun. Okay, are you ready? Are you about ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I think I've seen.
Okay,
Okay.
I know.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I can go first.
Yep.
So, there's a guy.
Okay.
He has a bag right here, and he's throwing seeds on the ground.
Okay.
So it can grow. There's bright, colorful things everywhere.
Ooh.
And then he's by a tree with
Okay.
leaves, orange leaves.
Ooh.
And then there's a huge green sky, and it looks beautiful.
Okay.
And then there's a bright yellow sun. It's like halfway setting.
Okay.
Sunset. Or
Yes.
something.
Yes.
And then he's by the lake. This is him. He's by the lake.
Okay.
And the lake is so beautiful. It's like someone painted it.
Oh.
It looks like someone painted it. And then in the far, far distance, it looks like there's a little town with a little house there. It looks like houses and buildings.
Oh my goodness. I have a picture of it in my head now from what you're saying. Oh, I can't wait to find it.
All right.
Okay, so mine is really weird. Okay, first of all, what was the theme of your picture? Like, if you had to say a big idea for it.
Theme
Like, yeah.
was the man by the tree.
Okay.
Just the man.
Okay. A man. Okay.
They're
So
all-
I'm gonna call the theme of my picture. This is totally, I don't know if this is what it was, but I'm gonna say it is. I'm calling it life. And the first thing you see in this really odd picture is, first of all, I'm going to describe the background. The background is like blue. And the first thing that catches your eye is this bouquet with red flowers in it. And inside this bouquet is like a bride in a beautiful white dress standing next to the groom and is like black.
Birds?
I know, it's really weird. And so they're like, but it's like these two people in a bouquet in a vase. And in the bouquet there's like red flowers, but in the vase it's a blue vase, so it sort of fades into the background. And the two people look sort of a little sad, I don't know why. But right next to them is this huge chicken, and this huge chicken is like smiling. I don't know how to describe it, but it's got like a little bit, the red wattle.
What's the main idea?
I have no idea. That's why I'm calling it life, because it's really confusing. There's a bunch of interesting things in it.
Okay.
That's not it though. There's more. In the top right-hand corner, there's a flying fish that has a hand, and it's holding a candelabra. Like the three-pronged things with the candles in? Yeah. And in the distance, there's like a whole city, like a little town, and in the left corner there's like a little tiny guy, and he's got a fiddle, like a violin.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
I don't think I can forget this.
Lots of descriptions.
This is gonna be so weird. When I see it, I'm probably gonna be like, this is not what I expected.
It's an odd picture. Wow, there's some beautiful pictures in here. Oh. Oh.
This is fun.
How did you know?
With the,
Isn't it Oz?
this is not what I expected.
Did I give enough details to find
Yeah.
it?
Wait, what's that thing?
Oh.
Is that the Iron Giant?
Oh, maybe. Or is it like, it looks like a building, but maybe it's a giant. I don't know. And look, this is an upside down house. I didn't even notice that before.
What?
That is so
That's
odd.
so weird.
Okay, is this your picture?
Yes.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, the main.
Yep, the main guy. And that was perfect. A man by a tree. And I can tell, like, he's totally throwing himself out. And there's the city in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And a green sky. When you said a green sky, I was like, oh my goodness. That's really cool. That was really fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now
So
what?
now I want us to write something. So I want to choose a picture. It can be from any one of these books.
Okay.
Or, you know how I was showing you those writing prompts
Yeah.
before? I have those on my computer. So you can look at one of those.
Okay.
And I want you to choose a picture and then write something about it. And I want you to have, like, I want
Like
you to...
a whole story or just
It
like
could
a
just be
paragraph?
something like a paragraph, not
Okay.
very much. And I want you to be able to either tell me or like say it in the paper what your main idea is, like the main theme.
Oh.
And then I want you to just write about it, like tell me a story. I want you to tell it to me. There's this great quote, writers don't just tell you, they show you with words. So if I had my eyes closed and I was just hearing what you were writing, I could like imagine it in my head and see it. And so like each of those descriptions are what hold up your main idea and make it awesome. Okay? All right. Do you want me to find those other writing prompts?
If you want
Pictures?
to.
Okay. I can do
I
that.
can move this.
Okay. Does that make sense to you? What I want to do?
Yeah.
I can explain a little bit.
Yeah.
So like what we were doing with the pictures, I want you to like have that in the back of your mind. So like, what is the main idea of this picture or this story? And then what are the details that tell me this main idea? But I want you to tell me a story. That's really fun with it.
Okay.
So don't like just be like, the main idea is a beautiful flower and the beautiful flower is black and white. Like I want you to actually tell me a story and make me
surprised.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Uh-oh. Hopefully we'll start up quickly.
I'm gonna be looking at these.
Those are odd.
Yeah.
They're really fun. This is actually I think not that one. Okay. Yep. So.
It says
see
he
one?
just stopped by to take it back.
Oh my goodness. That would be so mean if he's like, here you go. Nope, never mind. Okay, so I have these here also if you want to register about these.
That's so cool.
I think that's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But this is so interesting. Like that just makes me think of
I
bunch
just
of
remember that reminds me of the stories my dad told me about when he was a little kid.
Do you want to write about that?
Well, I don't know all of them.
That's okay. That's okay. And you could even like make up parts to it. It doesn't have to be exactly true. It can be something else.
Okay. Oh, that's the full.
Yep. And like, isn't that so much fun?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I think I have an idea for that umbrella one.
Ooh,
Like,
okay.
the town was having a party
Ooh.
because it was like for New Year's, maybe New Year's, and then
Get your ideas down. Okay.
So maybe.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not mean to just like bump you. Control C.
Yeah. Should I write it?
Yeah. Let's see if that pencil works. So remember, like, have your main idea. Like, what is like the big idea of your story? But then, like, tell me with lots of description. So, like,
I can say it with my mouth. I can say it.
Okay.
But sometimes I have trouble writing huge words.
I understand. So you know what? Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm not the best speller, but that's okay. Just like write down a couple of the letters of the word. That way you know what you're saying, and then later on you can polish it up. That's like what presentation is. Then you clean it up after you've gotten your ideas down.
Should I start? Should I start with Once Upon a Time, or I don't know.
I don't know. Or you know how you were just talking about starting in the middle, and then you like have flashbacks. Maybe not that. I don't know.
Oh, I just realized that the picture I chose is here.
You're right. That's like his original sketch. It's really cool. Okay, so you can tell me out loud what you were thinking. Sometimes it helps to say out loud.
One day, I can start with one day.
Okay.
One day, town. What should the town's name be?
Where do you want this town to be? Somewhere warm, somewhere cold, somewhere rainy.
Maybe. Storm Lake.
Good choice.
So I should say one day, Storm Lake was having a party.
What type of a party? We want lots of description. Okay.
To celebrate the 100th year of Blue's Clues.